3, 2, and we are in front of the world.
Folks, welcome to Phoenix Business Exchange, East End edition on this fine June 28th. And hoping you're having a great Wednesday. We're live streaming on Facebook and on LinkedIn and on YouTube, and actually several channels inside the Facebook universe. And we're going to start off with a motivational minute. Tony, you said you wanted to do a motivational minute? Okay.
Yes. Thank you, Bernie. The story is told. I want to give you a little preview of what we're going to be doing on Friday. Every Friday at 1:30, I do a meditation class, and I'll give you a little preview of it. The story is told about a farmer that had a donkey. And one day the donkey was veering off, usually further away from the farm than he usually is. And he misstepped and he accidentally fell inside a large, deep well, an old well that the farmer had. And for it seemed like forever, the donkey was screaming for cries for help, trying to find a rescuer, trying to find somebody who will step up and save him, to be able to find his hero. And he just kept screaming and screaming. And finally, the farmer listened, and he went towards what the scream was coming from, towards the well. When he saw what happened, where the donkey's in the bottom of the well trying to get out, he called his neighbors over, trying to find a solution to getting the donkey out. They went back and forth, and they just couldn't find any solution that would help. The rescue would probably end up killing the animal or whatever. So the farmer decided, well, seeing that the donkey is so old and has really no value on the farm anymore, and it's just sort of a waste, and he was going to cover the well anyway, he decided, a very heavy heart, that he was going to just fill the well with soil and dirt. And he says, it wouldn't be the first time that an animal has perished on my farm. So he asked the neighbors if they could help. And so it was a very tough decision. So they started shoveling shovels of dirt inside the well to fill it up. And as soon as the donkey realized what was happening, he started screaming even more. But they didn't look. They just kept shoveling. A short while later, the screaming stopped, and they just kept shoveling for about 30 minutes. Then the farmer looked over the hole to see how far the soil had been. And to his amazement, it was about halfway up, and on top of the soil was the donkey. And what he was doing was, every time he was getting a bag full of dirt, he was shaking it off and stepping on the soil to bring himself higher. Shaking it off, bringing himself a little higher. They could not believe that the donkey was over halfway up the well already. So they said, well, the donkey seems to know what he's doing, so they kept shoveling. Until the donkey came almost to the surface, he made one step and just happily walked away. You know, in life, when people have very little value to us, and they have determined that we have outgrown our value, outgrown our usefulness, and we are no longer of use to what they think that we are good for, so all they can do is shovel dirt to us. And it is up to us to shake things off and step it up. And we don't need a hero, we don't need a rescuer, or we don't need a savior, because you already have that. It's you. So shake things off and make sure that nobody can have that dirt so it stays on you. Little tidbit for today. Have a nice day, guys.
Thank you, Tony. And so here's one of the links to Facebook. So you can put your contact details on there to push out the content. You can also find it all on the LinkedIn page for Phoenix if you want to look at the event to also post your details there. So we'll do the introductions, and we will start off with Sam.
Thank you, Bernie. Good morning, everyone. Sam Sturz, connectedcars.ca. There's my contact information in the chat. My specialty is installing things like this, a dash camera in your vehicle. Nice and neat. No wires hanging down, right to the fuse panel. So it works when you get in the car and shuts off when you get out of the car, as long as it's not getting hit by anything, because I also do parking mode. Besides that, I do all changes in brake jobs. And well, what I have here in front of me today is a gauge for brake pads. And basically it tells you that the green is fine, yellow is a warning, it's getting down, and the red is no longer acceptable when it comes to a safety check. I've seen too many times lately that people have been recommended to getting brakes done when they don't need it. It's sad when they come in and they tell me that someone told them to get the brakes done, and I put the gauge up and say, well, you don't need them yet. So if you have something like that happen to you, I'm gladly get a second opinion on it. So help you out and not charge you for it. Samsters, connectedcars.ca, today's mobile electronics without the cost of new vehicle, and much more.
Sam, thank you so much. Eric, over to you, sir.
Good morning, everybody. Eric Sonego here from Eric Sonego Professional Group. We're accountants and management consultants. We specialize with small and medium-sized companies. Everything else about us is on the chat line.
Whoosh, done. And we're going to that was a quick one. Not even a CRA line. Susan, over to you.
Did you say me, or
Yes,
Bernie?
ma'am.
Oh,
Yes,
thank
ma'am.
you so much. Good morning, everyone. I'll be quick too. My name is Susan McGarry. I'm with a company called Pure Trim. This Thursday night at the Best Western, located at 1274. Let's not give you the wrong address. 1274 Carling Avenue, just right across from the Westgate Shopping Center, right off the Kirkwood Island Park exit. We'll be conducting a health and wellness free seminar, lots of free samples, meeting like-minded people. So if there's anyone you know and care about that's looking to overcome weight challenges, grow more hair, have more energy, maybe possibly a liver cleanse, or just improve their overall health and wellness, please join us at 7 p.m. We'd love to have you come out. And you also get your name into a draw towards this grand prize that Phoenix is offering this year. So super excited and hope you can come.
Susan, thank you so much. Dave, over to you, sir.
Hi, everyone. It's Dave Belleville from Belleville's Quality Frozen Foods. Just wanted to sum up my business in a few lines here. Basically, I'm a porthole to you getting access to what's in the restaurant industry into your home. Good example of this is you get to pick out Wagyu beef burgers, very, very good. Certified Angus beef that's aged over 35 days. That's top 8%. You got USDA Prime and Canadian Prime products. Only 2 cows out of 100 qualify for Prime. So there's always special occasions in your life that you'd like to celebrate. You'd like to maybe spend a little bit extra bucks and have the best instead of going to the restaurant and getting poor. So anyway, that's me in a nutshell. And anybody that would like that service, please feel free to call. Thank you very much.
Dave, thank you. And over to Tanya.
Tanya Hewitt from Beyond Safety Compliance. A lot of people are now starting to go back to work, and complaints are starting to rise again about how they're not so happy at their workplaces. And a lot of this can be rectified if they start to focus on their culture. Leadership teams have a large role to play in this, and a lot of this can be helped if they start focusing on relationships in their workplace. Beyond Safety Compliance can help with all of this. So that's me, Beyond Safety Compliance. How does your work look?
Tanya, thank you so much. And over to you, Q.
Thank you, Bernie. Hello, everyone. My name is Q, and I'm the insurance advisor of the group. And I specialize in providing you with financial peace of mind when you need it most through the use of life, critical illness, and disability insurance. Do you know that half of Canadians do not have any individual insurance in place? And as most as 40% will be diagnosed with a form of cancer during their lifetime. That means that at any stage of their life, people may lose their loved one, be unable to work, or get sick. And I'm here to make sure that when that happens, people are in peace of mind that their family are financially protected. and their finance and lifestyle are not impacted. And this is done through helping people understand if they need insurance, the kind and amount that they need, and how they can use one. If you or anyone you know want to talk, let's chat to see if there's anything I can help you with. Again, Q from World Financial Group, providing you with financial peace of mind when you need it most. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And Penny Lee.
Good morning, Penny Lee Provo, the Dancing Motivator. And today, I know that there are a lot of people suffering with anxiety and depression and feel that they can't get out into a group of people to do some movement. So I would like you to think of maybe some of those people that are limited with their opportunity to connect with other people. I have a private studio right here in my home where I can have individuals come and work with me doing a very simple movement practice in order to heal. And we call it moving to heal. Very gentle movements, but it gets all of the happiness hormones elevated so that people feel better in their body and feel better connecting with other people. So I would love to have an opportunity to chat with you if you know anybody who is suffering with anxiety or depression, feel like they can't get out into large groups. I'd love to have an opportunity to chat and see if I can help. Movement is medicine.
Penny, thank you. Wayne, over to you, sir.
On Monday, I did a personal mission generator for the Monday group, and people seem to be impressed. So if you ever wonder what's your purpose, what's your mission, what are you doing, what you should be doing, and the way you should be doing it, call me. It takes about 15 minutes. It has no cost, and it may profoundly affect your summer. That's it.
Wayne, thank you. Alex, over to you, sir.
Hi, good morning, everybody. My name is Alex. I'm from a company called eVolta Electric. We're an electrical contractor based here in Ottawa, but we have a focus on sustainability. So we work on projects such as EV chargers, both industrially, commercially, and for residential use. Energy storage solutions where we have big batteries in your house or on the side of your house where in a power outage, you can take that power from the battery and power your home through the power outage. We also do LED lighting and general electrical work. So anything sustainability related or anything that reduces your carbon footprint, we want to get involved with. And we're your general electrical contractor here in Ottawa. Thank you.
Alex, thank you so much. Tony, over to you, sir.
Hi, everybody. Tony Jennis from Higher Self. I'm the spirit guy of the group. This Saturday is a special day. Not only is it Canada Day, which is our nation's celebration, but it's also the same day that a certain star comes out every year, and it so happens to fall on July the 1st. What this star does is it evokes anything to do with success, money, luxury. It's all about things going so much better. In 1776, when the Declaration of Independence was signed, it was signed by a series of astrologers, and they understood this star. It was called the Aldebaran. And when they looked at that time, it was July the 4th, which was that date that document had to be signed 2 hours before sunset. And that's been the United States since then. With ours, it's 10 o'clock on Saturday, this Saturday. So this is the best time to sign a deal, create a partnership, launch a new business or a new SKU in your business. Even if you have everything done and you wait until 10 o'clock and you launch it at 10, it would have an enormous amount of energy around that would be success driven. So if you're doing something, do it 10 o'clock this Saturday. Tony Jennis from Higher Self, where we're here to raise your spirits.
Tony, thank you so much. My name is Bernie Fransgrove, Creative Insight. What do? Well, we connect people, we connect businesses. We travel in circles between other people's centers of influence. And part of that journey involves the Knack for Business podcast, where my co-host Wayne Pratt and I chat with people. I'm also a co-host on the Property Wizard, which is about real estate investment. Also, to add to the list of things is the World Referral Network. That's another avenue to connect with people. Free to join, and they're starting soon a new membership, like $20 a month. Fewer benefits, but you'll have more connectivity in that space. So that's something that's coming up. Also in the second here, also in the things that are coming up is a golf tournament that's coming up on the 14th. So it's a good place to connect with people. So come on out. 160 gets you into the seat of a golf cart, and you can play whack-a-ball or play a good golf game, or you can sponsor, and you get 4 people together, and you can save some money and sponsor a business. And we also have Wendy Chung's presentation coming up. And over to you, Tony.
Thank you. Here's Wendy Chung. She just called me this morning. She's signing a $1 million deal this morning, so we're going to play her video.
Wendy Chung, real estate broker with Century 21 Synergy. Did you know that we have 5 offices now across the Ottawa area? We've got one in Orleans, one on Lancaster Road near Saint Laurent. We have one in Canada, Perth, and in Smith Falls, and we are growing. So if you know of anyone who is looking for a career in real estate, please reach out to me and let's see if they make a good fit for either my team or as a single agent or maybe another team in one of our offices. The other thing I wanted to mention is if you know of any sellers who are looking to sell their property through the winter months or the fall or spring months, now would be a good time, or at least into the summer, to start taking exterior photos that you can keep on file so that you can show everyone how beautiful your property looks in the summer months.
And with that said, we're going to go over to our main presentation, our main act for today. Monsieur Lathard, you're up.
Good morning, everybody. Matthew Ladard, Arizona HVAC Services here. I'm going to do a quick presentation. I got a couple videos about how heat pumps work. I know I talk a lot about them, but I want to let you guys know how they actually work. And I'll then show a promotional video from one of our suppliers of one of their higher end products that's in the market. And we do offer this as an option. So if you have any questions afterwards, please feel free to shoot them out to me. I'd be happy to answer any of them.
Screen showing up.
How does a heat pump work? All air conditioning systems, including heat pumps, rely on the refrigerant's pressure-temperature relationship. When a refrigerant evaporates or boils, it absorbs heat at a very high rate, as is the case with all liquefied gases. Since refrigerant has a lower boiling point than most liquids, we can easily manipulate it so that the only heat source needed is room temperature air. We can control this boiling point by altering the pressure placed upon the liquid. Now, let's take a look at the operation of a common split-system air source heat pump. In the summer, the compressor, the heart of the heat pump, receives cool, low-pressure refrigerant vapor. It then pumps this vapor into the high-pressure side of the system. This hot, high-pressure gas now travels through a routing valve known as the reversing valve to the outside coil, which functions as the condenser. In the condenser, the heat is removed from the refrigerant by the outdoor fan, causing the refrigerant to condense into a liquid. The liquid refrigerant now bypasses the first expansion valve by means of a one-direction valve known as a check valve. The refrigerant, now cooler but still under high pressure, travels along the liquid line to the indoor unit where it is forced through the second expansion valve. This valve partially restricts the flow of refrigerant, creating the needed decrease in pressure, which allows the refrigerant to start evaporating. As the refrigerant evaporates, it absorbs heat from the passing air. In addition, the cold evaporator collects moisture, which provides dehumidification for the home. The refrigerant then travels back to the compressor, where the process is repeated over and over again. During the winter mode, the reversing valve reroutes the refrigerant path, thereby making the outside coil function as the evaporator and the indoor coil as the condenser. The heat is absorbed from the outside air by the evaporator, then brought inside and released by the condenser to heat the home's air. Also notice the outdoor expansion valve is now active as the indoor expansion valve is bypassed. This is a very efficient and cost-effective method for heating the home. There is one inherent problem, however. In order for the evaporator, now outside, to absorb heat, it must operate at temperatures lower than the outside air. This very low operating temperature allows ice or frost to accumulate on the outside of the evaporator. The remedy? The defrost cycle. As the defrost cycle is initiated, the reversing valve switches the refrigerant path back to that of the summer mode. This allows indoor heat to be transferred from the inside airstream to the outside coil, thereby melting the accumulated frost. To speed this process up, outdoor fan operation is terminated throughout the defrost cycle. Also notice that the indoor airstream, now being robbed of its heat, becomes very cold, which is not a desirable condition during winter. To compensate for this condition, the auxiliary heat is activated for the duration of the defrost cycle. After a few minutes, the outdoor coil is frost-free and the defrost cycle is terminated. And that's how a heat pump works.
Lennox is proud to introduce the SL25 XPV heat pump as part of the Dave Lennox Signature Collection and the all-new Ultimate Comfort System. The Dave Lennox Signature Collection is the ultimate in creating the ideal home comfort. From supreme efficiency to unprecedented performance, this product family delivers incomparable comfort. For those unwilling to settle for anything less than extraordinary, there is only one option: the Dave Lennox Signature Collection SL25 XPV. The SL25 XPV heat pump is consistently perfect, making it the most precise and efficient heat pump you can buy. Now featuring true heat performance. Consistently perfect. Forget temperature swings, the SL25 XPV provides a steady stream of cool and warm air into the home to efficiently maintain the desired indoor temperature within a ½ degree. True heat performance. Truer, richer warmth. True heat performance delivers a greater amount of heat compared to traditional heat pumps, resulting in a feeling similar to the rich, warm comfort of a gas furnace, even during the coldest outdoor temperatures. Unmatched efficiency. More efficient than any heat pump ever, saving the owner even more money on their energy bills. The SL25 XPV heat pump achieves an efficiency rating of 24 SEER, with built-in technology adjusting cooling and heating output in small increments, perfectly matching energy use with home comfort. Beyond quiet. Hear that? Of course you didn't. Even with all its impressive power, the SL25 XPV has been engineered to dramatically minimize sound output to seamlessly operate at a noise level that is quite simply unheard of. Peace of mind, seamless precision. Lennox has enhanced the installation process with more diagnostic features than ever offered before. when paired with the iComfort S30. This information helps you ensure that the system is set up correctly and operates at its optimal level, providing your customer peace of mind. Air is life, make it perfect.
Just trying to get back to the main screen here. Got a little lost. Sorry, guys. There we go. Any questions?
Well, Matthew, for heat pumps, what are circumstances where they're extremely ideal and where they not really ideal?
A lot of times, some older leaky, drafty homes, they have a hard time keeping up with. So you need to do some air sealing on the home, and maybe upgrade your windows, increase your attic insulation factors, stuff like that. Caulk around windows and doors and things just to seal it up a little bit. Sometimes when you have too much air exchanges in the home, the heat pumps struggle to keep up, and it might not be the right fit for you.
Go ahead, Sam.
Thanks for your presentation, Matt. Quick question about split air conditioners. What would be the maximum square footage that they can work in there?
I can connect with a branch box. I can connect up to 8 heads with a system. So each head could be zoned for each room. You can have it run to each room, and square footage is really unlimited with it. To a certain point, standard size houses that we see here in Ottawa, you can get 8 heads in there, depending on what comfort level you're looking at, but typically 8 heads is the maximum, and you can get probably about 60,000, I think, BTUs out of these systems, so or more. So you can cover quite a large home with them.
Thank you.
Susan, did you have oh, sorry, go ahead, Tanya.
Can you talk a little bit about the government's incentivization programs for heat pumps?
Yep. So right now, I've mentioned a few times in past meetings, definitely some amazing rebate programs going on right now where you get an energy audit done to your home by one of the companies here in the city, either Energy, EnviroCenter. Those are the main guys that we work with. They come out, do an energy assessment on the home, see how efficient your home is, how much air leakage there is, and give you a bunch of recommendations, including air sealing, attic insulation, windows, heat pumps, and solar panels and stuff like that. And with that program, the government has interest-free loans up to 10 years for up to $40,000 that can be available to homeowners to help achieve these goals that they're trying to get to. If you need any assistance and would like to book an appointment, I have direct contact with some of the auditors to help expedite the process here to help people, because there is quite a bit of a lineup right now, and the program has gotten a lot of traction and is taking off like crazy here. So we're constantly busy, which is a good thing.
Just a quick question. Does this mean the floor has to be taken up and tubes put throughout the whole house, or because if I have a client that just renovated, and now they're looking at a heat pump. I know it would have been better to do it before, but he says, what's the way to do it now? Is it still gonna tear everything up and then?
No, not necessarily. There's many ways that it can be achieved, either full central home system. So you just hook up to your existing ductwork that you would have in the home. If you have no ductwork, there are ductless mini splits, kind of like what Sam was mentioning, how they work. You can hook up multiple heads throughout the home and have them in each individual room. And it provides heating and cooling to you in each of those rooms. So it's a little more direct, a little more precise. Each of those heads that you install into the rooms come with their own remote, which is a thermostat also as well. So you can have that room to 70 degrees, and the room next to you could be 80 degrees. You can totally adjust whatever their comfort level you're looking for. Unfortunately, they don't run heating and cooling at the same time, and it's either one function or the other. So, but they are great to be precise.
Okay.
And
Thank you,
super
Matthew.
efficient.
Okay, I'll let you know. Thanks.
Okay.
Are there any other questions? Matthew, thank you. That was an excellent presentation. Oh, Dave, did you have a question?
Bernie?
Oh, thank you, Tanya. Dave, go ahead.
Hello, I was just wondering, the fan for the heat pump, how would it relate to the fan of the existing furnace, like cost-wise for?
So like the air handler portion, if you were trying to get off gas, remove your gas furnace, there is an air handler that would replace that, which is just a blower system. And inside of that blower system, instead of having it's resistive electric heat strips that are installed instead of a heat exchanger with gas running through it and a flame going through it. It's just like a toaster oven. The electric strips light up when the electricity comes to it, and the flame blows over top of that and distributes the heat off of those electric strips. And you're going full electric. A lot of these systems will work in tandem with each other. So when the outdoor heat pump can't keep up with the demand of the thermostat, the indoor system tags along and works in tandem with it and tops it up to what it needs to satisfy the thermostat, and then goes back to heat pump mode. The goal is to keep you off of the backup heating as much as possible, to get you as much heating out of the heat pump so that you're cutting your carbon footprint and, you know, reducing some of your energy costs. So
right. So even with electric, your cost would still come down a bit.
I don't really base the heating aspect of it as savings. It's mostly you're going to save a decent amount of money on the cooling aspect because of the high efficiency rating on them for cooling. More or less the way we set them up is we're trying to set them up in people's homes so that it never costs you more to operate one system or the other. So we know the set points on these heat pumps where the efficiency starts dropping dramatically on them, and it ends up being cheaper to run your gas furnace. Right now, the way prices are in the market, gas is still down here and electricity is way up here still. So eventually they're saying that they're going to switch, and eventually you will see savings in the electric heating pumps. But right now I don't sell the electric systems as savings aspects. You're removing your carbon footprint, doing better for the environment, and you might break even, or depending on how you operate the system and how leaky your home is. These are major factors in how much money you're going to spend on these systems. So it's not a one size fits all type thing. You got to look at every house individually with open eyes and, you know, see what's going to benefit them best. And, you know, I'm the type of person, if I go in and I feel it's not going to benefit them, I'll tell them it's probably not the best way for you to do this. You know, I'm here to help you achieve your goals in whatever way I can, but, you know, you're going to end up costing yourself way more money. And, you know, just as long as I'm transparent with them and let them know that, it's up to them if they want to spend more money. I don't know how deep their bank account is and how much they want to save the environment. So, you know, I weigh out the options, let them know what there is out there, and you know, just try to help people, whatever way they're trying to do. Go.
Matthew, thank you. Are there any other questions? Sir, excellent presentation. Good videos, good explanation of how heat pumps work. So some information to share with you folks. We're on LinkedIn. The link is in the meeting chat. Also, the YouTube link is there. We are also looking to seek out some individuals to join our team, our networking group. Home alarm, either home or auto, travel agent, event planner, house cleaner, landscaper, gift basket company, photographer, computer retailer, and a legal firm, either family and or business law, sign maker, swag and promotional sales. And we are also looking for someone that sells and retails men and women's clothing, cover to cover the promotional stuff, plumber, mobile hairdresser. If any of these folks come across your path, direct them towards Penny Lee. And in fact, if you come across someone that is looking to enhance what they're doing, who they're reaching out to, again, have them connect with either Penny Lee, myself, and or Tony. Just going to share the screen just to show you the upcoming events that are happening. You should see a shared screen at this point. And so here we are on Wednesday. I keep thinking today's Thursday, so I'm moving my week along a little too fast. We have Moving to Heal with Penny Lee at midday. Okay. And then Classic Nia. So if you didn't get enough activity top in the middle of the day, you can go in the evening and get it again with Lee. South End Group is meeting same time, same channel on Thursday morning. Moving to Heel with Penny Lee, 11:45 to 12:45. And then again in the evening with Penny Lee. And Susan McGarry was mentioning the Pure Trim event that's happening on Carling Avenue. So free health seminar. Then on Thursday, we have a tune in with Tony at 1:30. A good hour to get just chill and relax. So a few weeks been stressing you out. Next week, we have our typical flow. So if you want to find out what Dave sells and you want a taste of that piece of heaven, book the time this week because it'll coming up. Also, Dave has mentioned that if you're going to order any wolf's head salmon, Dave, is that today that the cutoff date?
I have one extra coming in today.
Okay, so lottery's on. And so other things that are happening next week that are a little not out of sort, but this was the monthly meeting after hours group, 7 to 8 p.m. Everybody's welcome to join in that space. And also the Mix and Mingle, which is at the Westwood on Carling Avenue at Rivera. So that's happening from 11:30 to 1:30. And I'll stop my share. And what else is happening? We've had 245 referrals. So members have received referrals from other members to clients. 245 of those have happened year to date. We've had 251 BAMs. Those are business activity meetings. So meetings between members. And what the importance of that is getting to know the other person, the other Phoenix member, but also what they're looking for, what they need, or the opportunities that might be coming up, right? So if someone is looking for smoked salmon, you know, it's Dave. However, if someone's looking for a heat pump, you know, it's Matthew, right? And of course, you know, other folks, it's kind of obvious what they do, right? And if you're having a fight with CRA, definitely Eric. Amount of business conducted year to date is $142 and $118. Sorry, $142,000 worth of activity year to date. So that's for a bit of business between the members, not including the referrals. That's kind of good stuff. And if you're doing, by the way, if you're doing a BAM and you're having a really good conversation, record it. If you're doing it on Zoom, record it, or Teams, whatever, record it and send the file to Tony so we can include that as an infomercial or information or subject matter information that can be shared later on. Tony. Now we're going to head off to the what's been going on in your week. And you know what, Q, we're going to start off with you.
Bernie. Thank you, Matthew, for the presentation. I always love, you know, the visual because it's easier to understand with all that terminology. And also we'll be seeing Sam this Saturday with my friend for the car cleaning and the repaint of the fender, I guess. I don't know what that is. But that's that for me for this week. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Just since we're on other different platforms, a couple of quick things. If you're trying to register for any of the events that are coming up, you want to see the events that are coming up at Phoenix, go to pbex.ca. So it's www.pbex.ca. And there's a calendar of events you can register there. Also, if you're coming to the Mix and Mingle, please register for that. And over to you, Dave.
Yes, yesterday we had a BAM with Alex. I really hope everybody gives Alex a chance to get him to come to your home and listen to what you need for electrical work, because he's got a good ear. He's not a pushy guy, and he'll get some business because he gave us a quote real quick, and my spouse says, sure, hire him. So he's going to get some business there from me today. And also that we enjoyed some Bavette steaks for the first time. I've never had them. I've always sold them to people, but they're as tender that you could use them as a burger, as inside a burger bun, and they'll just come apart. It's amazing. So anyway, that's it for me this week. I'm hoping to go see Susan McGarry's presentation there this week as well. Thank you.
And Dave is right. Those particular steaks are very tasty. They're already pre-marinated from what I understand. And yeah, so my mouth's salivating. I gotta keep moving. Eric, over to you.
great presentation, Matt. If someone wants to see how one of these systems work, come and visit me. The first thing that happened here was quietness. And to the point where at first I didn't know whether we had something working or not working. And the other thing that happened is that in the upper floors, we used to have problems getting cooling in the summertime, and that is much better now. So there's, if you have the right house, there are very good systems to put in, and regardless of whether you're going to save money or not save money, in the long term you will save money. But I think they're very good systems to have. I didn't say anything about CRA because it's summertime and they're all asleep.
Sorry, I didn't mean to wake the sleeping dogs. Oh, sorry.
Right. So in September they'll come up and say something. And I'm glad to see some of people that I haven't seen here in a while. I did some business with Dave, but with Dave Belleville, but we're not supposed to talk about that. So so we'll let it go like that. Okay, we'll let it go. Apparently it was here, although we will not admit to it. Have a great week.
Over to you, Tanya.
So I guess I have to come up with some kind of cryptic message in order to make sure that there's inside jokes going on. But anyway, I had my webinar last week, and that went quite well. Although at the moment, Zapier and I are not agreeing. So if there's anybody who knows stuff about Zapier, I'd appreciate talking to you. I had a BAM, I guess, ongoing business with Steve Brennickmeyer. I talked with Wayne as well, and I read a book by Sheryl Sandberg and Adam Grant called Option B. It's quite illuminating. So, and that was my week. Have a great week, everybody.
Tanya, thank you so much. And over to Sam.
Thank you, Bernie. First of all, Matt, great presentation. I learned something new. I didn't know there was a defrost mode on the heat pumps. So thank you for educating me further. I appreciate that. Things gone on. Well, last week, Alex dropped off some brochures. We had a BAM for that. And what I'm doing now is I'm actually giving them to all my clients, whether they have an EV or not. Just in case they have a neighbor that maybe use it, or if they're thinking about buying one. So I'm putting them in each vehicle that I service now, whether they have an EV or not. I had a BAM last week with Dwight. He's interested in a dash camera, so I spent some time educating him about dash cameras and SD cards and all kinds of parking mode, all the kinds of interesting stuff that come up with that. And as Q mentioned, I'm going to see her and her friend this Saturday. Going to do a car cleaning for him and a little bit of body work. That's it.
Sam, thank you so much. And Penny Lee, over to you, ma'am.
All right, so I had a great week. I had an opportunity to meet Matt in person yesterday. Yay. He came over to check out our house so that we can get a quote on a heat pump, actually. So the video was very cool today. Thank you for that, Matt. Gave me a little bit more idea of how it might help us. So that's fantastic. And I also connected with Ema regarding my friend is looking to get a sign done. So I'm hoping to help her with that. And I have ongoing business with Sheldon Carrasco and Susan Ebbs and Steve Brennickmeyer. We're working on a video for my moving to heal. So I think that's about it for today.
Penny, thank you so much. And over to Alex.
Hi, good morning, everybody. Yeah, it's been pretty busy. Like Sam said, I met with him last week and we shared some information, and I'm going to be doing the same for him supporting his business the way he's supporting mine. Matt, I really enjoyed your presentation. I didn't ask any questions because I had a lot. So I thought perhaps we could have a BAM. I really enjoyed learning about the heat pumps, and it's pretty amazing what compressing air can do in terms of generating heat. So that was very cool. Now I understand. I met with Dave yesterday and I understand why you guys always talk about him. The best steak I've probably ever eaten in my life. Was incredible. You know, it's great to get some business from Dave and his wife. And it's going to be reciprocated because I'm going to be purchasing some meat from Dave because it was just simply incredible. And later on today, I've got 2 more meetings that Bernie hooked me up with some contacts. So yes, pretty busy with Phoenix, which is great. So thank you, guys.
Thank you, Alex. And over to Tony.
Thank you, Bernie. Yeah, great presentation, Matt. Thank you very much. Yeah, I wasn't really aware of how the heat pump works. I know I had one in a rental property a number of years ago, and it were great. And that was like 15 years ago. So that was quite some time ago. But it was a great system then, and it must be more efficient now after all the technology. So thank you a lot for that, Matt. And a little bit of I met with Bernie BAM last week, and we talked about the golf and some other stuff. And with Penny Lee, had a BAM with her. And Dave, I'd like to order 2 more boxes of your steaks, the 10-ounce. We can talk about that and stuff. So I managed to get one from. We were going to split 1 box between my son and I, and he said no. Okay, I have to buy a full one. So okay, that one's coming. And quick testimonial for Penny Lee. I just heard that if a person smokes and drinks and goes through life like that, and another person exercises, the person with the same condition, smokes, drinks, and they will live longer than the person that doesn't do anything, even if they don't smoke. And the same with being overweight. If someone's more obese, the studies show that if you're obese but you exercise, you will live longer than somebody who is actually healthier but doesn't exercise. So just a quick notes. Thank you, Penny Lee, for we got to do something. If we don't do your class, we got to do something. So very good. So thanks a lot there, Bernie.
Not a problem, sir. Matthew, over to you, sir.
Thank you, everyone, for the kind comments there. You know, I do talk a lot about these heat pumps because of the big promotions and everything. And I thought I'd, bring it in so that everybody can understand how they actually work, because I do get a lot of questions on that. And so I thought that was important for everybody to know and understand a little bit better. And, they have come a long way, even in the last 10, 15 years here. Before they used to be like, -5 temperature cutoffs. Now we get systems that get down to -30. So amazing advancements. For me this week here, like Penny Lee said, we had a BAM together last night, and I'm putting some pricing together to possibly get a heat pump installed into her home to help improve her comfort level in her house. I spoke with Wendy last week, and I have my service technicians going to one of her rental properties and to her personal home to do some maintenance on her equipment as well. So a little bit of a business gone on there. So that's pretty much it for me. Thank you very much, everybody. Have yourselves a great week.
Matthew, thank you so much. So I just tapped in the link to the LinkedIn, the double little entendre there. So if you want to post some content or your connection details in there, your e-cards, that'll be a handy spot. It's been a pretty steady week. You're also going to start finding out that we're going to be doing a little bit more on the first 5 minutes. There might be some infomercials that are happening as people are slowly sauntering in for the first 5. But that's in development. So if you find something's going on that way, just be prepared and go with the flow. It's all okay. Quote for the day: life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning how to dance in the rain. Vivian Green. And that's where we cap it off. Hey, 8:54. That's not bad. We just kind of strolled through that one in a smooth, silky way.